And
yes,
then I'm coming
and
on.
then you start.
Okay. And I'll start there and end there.
Yes.
Okay.
So. Recording. So in want to hit a minute here,
Yeah,
so I
whatever.
can tell
No problem. I
okay,
understand.
so in 3, 2, 1.
Military Industrial Complex. I was born in San Jose in 1949. You want to know what the Military Industrial Complex is? Silicon Valley, San Jose, California. End of January 2019. So, I'm bringing this up because I'm into angels, of course, and as a result of doing something to help spiritually second largest city in Peru, Trujillo, they were flooded. A Peruvian journalist, Guillermo, called in a UFO in Black Rock Beach, and my other show, I reflect on that. It's very interesting. And because of that, which happened just about 2 years ago now, 1 year, 2 years, I think it's 2 years ago now. I've watched the United States go through some transitions, and actually today Venezuela's going through some transitions. And volcanic eruptions are happening, and pole shift is happening, and a lot of interesting things are coming down weather-wise. So my show's about elevating consciousness and the most underutilized resource on the planet, women. I'm a speech and language pathologist, so I'm sharing with you now probably the best resource you have is your oral motor skills, your speech and your language. So this part of your body, lips, teeth, tongue, you use for eating, swallowing, chewing, controlling your liquids. Also uses it for breathing in and out. So it does 2 things there. Additionally, you have acquired the skill to talk. So the same muscle is used for chewing up a steak or eating an orange, you make sounds with. You just blow in air the other direction. Very, very, very unusual skill. And when you use those skills and address your inner technologies, your meditation skills, you have an inborn talent that was dormant but now awakens. When you use your willpower, your ability to focus, and your unconditional love. Now, it's not new. It's not new. Ancient shamans back, 500 years ago. Medicine men, 1,000 years ago. Aborigines, a couple thousand years ago. Native Americans. All of them connected to the other side with their oral motor skills, the internal technologies, their chanting, their meditation, their inner focus. I bring this up because the military-industrial complex is going through some changes. Believe it or not, it may be easy, may be smooth, might not be. And your oral motor skills, your speech, your language, your cognition, your ability to communicate is going to be the one that's going to save your behind. Because everybody's going to be very cooperative all of a sudden. Very, very cooperative. In a neighborly, loving way. So, you could call it, military-industrial complex. You could call it, Lockheed. You could call it General Electric. You can give it whatever name you want. Basically, it's an organization that's trying to make things done correctly. But we are, fallible. And greed does occur, and mistakes are made. So, whether it's vaccinations and autism, or it's deep state military industrial complex, males, priority males, military, industrial, using psychic, remote viewing types of skills. Can you think about that? Think about you're a trained soldier and you're supposed to use spiritual skills, not remote viewing psychic skills. So the military-industrial complex has kind of taken over the psychic, inner technology thing, and it's not really promoted. The female aspect is where the power is for spirituality. And if you're going to be trying to inhibit injury to one another and promote health, compassion is going to play a component, as in Mother God, as in the female aspect of divinity, as what this show's about, the most underutilized resource on the planet, women. So, as society moves forwards, as tradition improves and grows forward and consciousness is elevated with women, and as those women assist the males to enhance their level of consciousness, the talents and energies and monies applied to, quote, the deep state can now be applied in a different direction. I don't want to call it the high state, but it's the opposite of the deep state. It's helping the homeless. It's fighting drug addiction. It's not incarcerating 1 million people. It's rehabilitation. It's actually just, very simply put, recognizing we're all one. That's probably the deepest core utterance with know thyself. And that's directly tied to consciousness. The more conscious you are, the more you are going to know yourself. And I think the female aspect of giving birth provides a special, unique perspective. Most beautiful perspective. So, as the deep state kind of takes a dive, I would like to encourage the female aspect of divinity to rise to the occasion and help young women and our elders, and all the female aspect of divinity, all their wisdom, all their unconditional love, all the grandmothers, that they teach their children meditation. And as we reach up, believe it or not, it really does happen. As you reach up, they reach down. You reach up, they reach down. And we're all going to cross over anyway. So it doesn't hurt to establish rapport with your loved ones and incorporate prayers and inner meditations. Very, very simple. And so if everything's cherry, you got lots of apple pie, and the horses are fed, everything's happy, meditation, like, oh, how nice, I go meditate. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all hell breaking loose. No power, no water, no food, earthquake land, tidal zone land, I don't know. Something not good happening. War zone land, something not good happening. It doesn't take much to make the United States go haywire right now. Venezuela produces a significant amount of fuel for the United States. And an interruption to that's going to cause the cost of fuel to adjust appropriately. So that's a big ticket item for about half the people roaming the planet right now. The cost of fuel is a big ticket item. So very, very, very powerful. Could cause issues big time. And it's times like that that you have to have inner strength. You're going to have to apply wisdom to yourself. You're going to have to apply courage. You're going to apply super patience and unconditional love. Big time. Big time. And your communication is going to be involved. The oral motor skills, your speech, your language, your memory. These are things you've got now and things that you're going to be using very seriously. You're not going to just walk into a grocery store or pick up the cell phone and call someone. You're going to have to really coordinate your communication. It's a survival skill. That's why your ears are on all the time. You don't tune your ears off. They're on all the time, 24/7. The time you start to the time you don't pass on, depart your suit of flesh. So, ladies, I salute your efforts. May I participate? Males, if you want to participate, Ask any lady, they'll be more than happy to help. And as your consciousness elevates, you reach up, they reach down. It's the coolest part. It's the very coolest part. You and all your loved ones are always in my prayers. That was like 10 minutes, less, 8 minutes.
9 and 40 seconds.
Okay, I was supposed to do 12.
Well, maybe we can put a meditation if you want,
Yeah,
but it will have to be recorded.
right now.
Or maybe you just make the audio with some image.
Or image, yeah.
Why don't you put stuff here?
You're gonna put in a ring